wanted to like A Not So Merry Christmas because this kind of premise is something that appeals to me, but unfortunately, I really didn't. This was released last year in 2022. It's directed by Mark Alazraki, and it's about a guy whose birthday is around Christmas, and things are just not going his way. He's very grumpy and very much fed up of all of the fuss and everybody coming over and people celebrating Christmas, and he just doesn't like this time of year. So he ends up having to relive Christmas every single day. But it's a little bit different because it's not the same Christmas day. He wakes up the following Christmas Eve. And this continues until hopefully he learns his lesson. I like Groundhog Day type films set around Christmas if it's done right. But this one's really boring for several reasons. First of all, none of the characters are interesting. I just absolutely did not care about any of them at all. And the actual events within the film are really dull and really boring. And it just wasn't interesting to watch. There wasn't anything in it that appealed to me. So unfortunately, I don't recommend it. If you particularly love this kind of narrative, then maybe give it a go and see if it appeals to you. But honestly, it didn't appeal to me. Maybe my expectations were too high. I've seen this kind of film being done before, and I've seen it being done really well. And unfortunately, this is not an example of that. But at the same time, even if my expectations weren't that high, I feel like it's just very, very boring, very monotonous. Not a lot happens. None of the characters are that interesting. I just didn't care. I was bored. Really, really bored watching it. So it's not one I'd recommend unless you are particularly interested in watching a film like this. And then, as I said, maybe give it a go and see what you think. But it's not even a case of the film getting better as it went on. It just didn't. It stayed the same quality the whole way through, and unfortunately that quality is not very good at all. I wanted to enjoy it, but I didn't. A Not So Merry Christmas is not a very merry film.